What's going on, you guys? What's going on? Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Make sure you hit the notification bell and the share button. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. If you would like to donate to my channel, my Cash App is pinned at the bottom of the screen. I also have a goal set today of 5 super chats or 5 super stickers. Now, you guys, I want to get into this real quick because this is a completely unscheduled planned. I was not gonna go live. I did a members only earlier on my other channel. And I was gonna leave it alone because I got a lot of stuff to do, cleaning, organizing, so on and so forth. Because you guys know, for us, the Chicago kids, school is getting ready to start back very soon, and I like for everything to be organized, including closets and everything else before school gets started back. So that's kind of what I was working on today. But as I was like getting my house together and cleaning and stuff, I put on a live that Amber recently did. I hit the replay on a live that she recently did. Let me find it real quick. Hey, everybody coming in. It's titled, where is it? Hold on. Let me type her in real quick. Here she go. Where is it? Well, hold on. Let me click on her channel. Okay, so the live stream that she did, that Amber did on Sherell Hodge was yesterday. And it was called, They're Huge on Social Media, but Can You Trust Them? Scam Alert. And she also did a video. So I was just trying to get caught up on really like what's going on with Sherell. So I watched Amber's video. And after I watched Amber's video where she kind of broke down everything that Sherell was doing, which, you know, is the reason why people are saying that she's a scammer, I then went and I looked to see what Sherell said in response, not necessarily to Amber, but to all of the people that are saying that Sherell is a scammer. So when I went to go see her response is the reason why I went live. Now, basically, for those of you guys who don't know, what Sherell did was she promoted a class or courses where she was providing information. Now, initially, before you get into the class, you got to pay to get into the class. She claims that she made, I don't want to misquote, but I want to say $10,000. I think she said she made $10,000 in, hold on one second, y'all. I believe she said she made $10,000 in 3.5 hours. I could be wrong off with the numbers. Okay, so she says that she promoted the class for people to purchase it or the course or whatever it was by saying she was going to teach people how to steal food stamps, so on and so forth. So she says that once you actually get into the class, you're not learning how to steal food stamps. You're actually learning other things such as stuff about CPNs, how to cash out your firm. Basically, she's teaching you another way to scam. Now, the title was, now the initial promotion was how to steal food stamps, right? So that was in the description of the initial promotion. But once you get in, you're not actually learning how to steal food stamps. That was just something that was called clickbait, what she describes as a bait and switch method. Now, for those of you guys who don't know what that is, I'm going to read it to you. Now, just to let you know, bait and switch, depending on the situation, is also illegal. Okay. So a bait and switch is really just it says a morally suspect sales tactic that lures customers in with specific claims about the quality of low prices on items that turn out to be unavailable in order to upsell them on a similar pricier item. It is considered a form of retail sales fraud, though it takes place in other contexts. Now, personally, I feel that Sherell is a scammer. Okay? I feel that Sherell is a scammer. Also, what Sherell needs to understand is that when she promotes stuff like this and uses these types of sales tactics, people are going to talk about it. Bloggers are going to talk about it, especially because due to her own platforms and what happened in the past between her and Ashley Grayson and others, people are going to be paying attention to her. So it's quite contradictory for her to literally be admitting that she's teaching people how to scam in these classes, but she was the driving force and really the reason why Ashley Grayson went to prison. Now, we're going to look into what Ashley Grayson went to prison for, just to get you guys updated. I think, I wish I would have pulled it up. But she was one, not the only person, but one of the people that's like in the court documents, according to what she's charged with. Ashley Grayson went to prison for 10 years, and I think she got 3 years probation for I don't want to say the M word, unaliving for hire. So she was attempting to hire somebody to unalive, I believe, Sherell, Hodge, and maybe some other folks. Okay, I'm even ready to pull up the article. But the thing about it is how Sherell is so vocal about Ashley Grayson. When you look on TikTok and you look at all of these, type in Sherell Hodge versus Ashley Grayson, she really kind of blew up from that situation. And it's just crazy to me that she's admittedly teaching people to scam, but it's somebody right here that is in prison for scamming, due to really, she played a big part in the young lady going to prison. So it's weird to me. I just want somebody to explain how you can be a scammer, how you can say that you're going to teach people how to scam, but then in your history it shows that you're one of the people that was really a driving force in this lady going to prison here. Now, apparently this lady put a bag on Sherell's head because Sherell was exposing her, and she was getting a lot of online criticism, which was affecting her financially. Okay, so it was affecting Ashley financially, which is why she felt like she needed to take action to get rid of the people who were spreading the news that she was a scammer. And Sherell was one of those people. So I find that very interesting that she was so vocal when it came to another person scamming, but she is actively teaching how to scam. Her words, not mine. Her words, not mine. Thank you, Comic Collective, for that super sticker. I appreciate you. She got on her Facebook or TikTok, whichever it was. I saw it on Facebook yesterday, and she openly admitted that she is teaching people how to scam. She openly admitted that she's teaching people how to scam. Then she went on to say that she's teaching people how to scam. That's not against the law. When she said that, I almost fell out. That's the reason why I came live, you guys, because I cannot stand when people spread false information on a large platform. You absolutely, positively can go to prison for teaching somebody how to break the law. If you teach somebody how to break the law, and this is coming from a criminal justice major with a criminal justice background. I'm not a lawyer, but I know a little bit about the law. If you're going to, and she likened it to, if I wrote a book called How to Get Away with Unaliving, I'm not going to go to jail if you read the book and then you unalive somebody. You're going to go to jail because you took the information that I taught you and then you applied it and you actually committed the crime. That's true to a certain extent. If you remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but O.J. Simpson wrote a book called If I Did It. What was the name of that book that O.J. wrote, y'all? I'm about to look it up right now. Hold on. This is so funny to me because, hold on. Hold on. What was the name? I think that was the name of the book. Was that the name of the book? Well, I can't remember exactly the exact name of the book. I believe it was called If I Did It. And I think that they took it off the market or something like that. In that book, he was not necessarily saying that he did it, but he was saying if he did it, this is how he would have done it. And then in response, the Goldman family, the family of the victims, wrote a book called If I Did It, Confessions of an Unaliver. And then the subtitle is He Did It. So if you write a book with what OJ did, even though I believe it was taken off the market, what OJ did was not against the law at all. And the reason why it wasn't against the law was because he's not writing and publishing a book telling you, it's all about wording. He's not telling you how to do it. He's telling you what could have happened if he did it. So if you do something in like a documentary format or a story time format, it's not against the law. But when you are actively saying that I am putting out classes, I am putting these classes out to teach you how to scam, to teach you how to do this to break the law. I'm openly stating that I'm teaching you how to break the law. So if you take what I teach you and you apply it and you actually break, there you go, Ash. There you go, Brandy Gibson. If you take what I'm teaching you and you actually use it to commit a crime, that is called aiding and abetting. Hello. So yes, Sherelle, stop telling these people. The girl is the thing about Sherelle is she has a really big mouth. She talks a lot. She's loud. She talks fast because she's a scammer. You know, most scammers talk fast because they hope that you don't catch something that they say. She gets excited. She gets online. She get to talking loud and fast and be loud and wrong. Oh, what I did was not a crime because I didn't actually do it. Just because I'm teaching you how to do it doesn't mean that I'm breaking the law. Yes, you are. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to let y'all listen to what she said. I'm not going to actually play the live, but I'm going to let y'all listen to a little bit of what she said, y'all. But before I do that, let me just read something to you guys. Brandy kind of hit the nail on the head right there with the aiding and abetting. I wasn't really going to cover this because I wasn't going to cover it until, or talk about it until I saw her response to it. So now you absolutely can face legal consequences. Now this is what I've pulled up. Legal consequences for teaching people how to scam, especially if the instruction leads to actual criminal activity, called aiding and abetting. If you provide instruction with the knowledge, and then I'm gonna let you guys hear what she said. If you provide, if she was smart, she might want to take that live down as she did on Facebook. But everybody probably done already screen recorded it. But if you provide instruction, now this is aiding and abetting. If you provide instruction with the knowledge or intent that the recipient will use the knowledge to commit a crime, you could be charged with aiding and abetting. Under federal law, aiding and abetting is a crime that is punishable in the same way as committing the crime itself. So aiding and abetting says that you literally, just for teaching someone how to scam, can go to prison and get the same sentence as the person that actually committed the scam. So if you're gonna teach someone how to do it, this girl is so far out, it doesn't make any sense. So number one, we're gonna play what she said, but the number one thing that she did wrong was aiding and abetting. You are teaching people how to commit a crime. You are not writing a book. You are not doing a story time. You are not writing a documentary or filming a documentary. You, out your own mouth, your words, not mine, said that you are teaching people how to scam. Scamming is against the law. The second thing, what's going on, Harm? Hey, Harmony. Hey, Dreamy, Christina, Shanta. Hey, everybody coming in. Conspiracy. If two or more people agree to commit an unlawful act and one of them takes action to further that agreement, even if the act itself isn't illegal, they can be charged with criminal conspiracy, which means even just discussing and planning how to scam with an intent to do so could be considered a crime. Now, so far, I don't know if she could be hit with conspiracy, but I'm almost positive that she can. Make sure y'all hit the like button on your way in. I'm almost for certain she could be hit with aiding and abetting, okay? What I find so hilarious, not hilarious because it's not funny to teach people how to scam folk for your own benefit, but what I find so ironic, that's a better word, is that she was going so hard against this Ashley Grayson person because she said that she was a scammer before she got locked up, only to turn around and teach people how to be scammers. Can something make that make sense? And so now we get into important considerations. Intent and knowledge. The key difference between potentially getting in trouble and not is your intent and knowledge regarding how information will be used. Okay? Simply showing how to do something illegal in a hypothetical or preventative context may not be illegal, but providing it with the intent to facilitate a scam is. Mind you, Sherell just was on her Facebook page and said out of her own mouth, I'm teaching people how to scam. You are vocalizing that you are admitting that you are teaching people how to commit crimes. That is aiding and abetting. And it also shows that you have the intent to teach somebody something illegal. And you have the knowledge that it's a possibility that they may commit these crimes. Context is in circumstances. You are creating a class and connecting and obtaining revenue from teaching something illegal that you know people may use to break the law. That's context and circumstance. In short, while there may be legal wiggle room in the teaching people how to commit scams, carry significant legal risk and potential penalty. Now, let's get said. Now, before I read this Ashley Grayson stuff, y'all, let me show y'all what. Hey, Amelia, what's going on, boo? I didn't scroll all the way to the top. Let's see who else is in here. Hey, Nina, Carmel Cutie, Sonia, Kim Jones, Terry, Rosalind, Lenora, Sonia, Annette, Mommy Cat, Scorpio Stings, Love Me For Real, Tammy, Gemini Rising, Gloria Campbell, Aisha Bright, V Goddess. Hey, everybody, Sunshine, That One, of course, Comic Collective, Shanta. Hey, Lysandra said, hey, Upper. And I remember she was so invested in Danny about scamming people out of taxes. And now she is doing too much to all while she's jealous of people getting money. Hey, Christina Hardy. Yeah, that's the part that I find ironic is to, you know, you are you in agreement with scamming or not? Because, hold on one second, y'all. I want to get into something, but I'm gonna go ahead and play for y'all what she said. Of course, not on my screen, because you know people put stuff on the internet, but they want to strike you when you play it. Be proud of the content that you put out. If you putting out content, you doing live streams, you doing commentary, why are you mad that somebody is reviewing it? But okay, listen to this, y'all. Oh, wait a second. Damn. Hold on. I want to get into what she said. Hold on. I had it pulled up, but for some reason, girl is not very. She's not very smart. She's not very smart. Let me let's see.
Marketing person. That motherfucker was able to market to y'all. I'm talking about you ain't never gotta spend money on groceries. Before the end, people will pay for it. And I keep telling you your own half off. Y'all see posts going around every damn day. Oh, I can do half off this, I can do half off that. If you need your rent paid half off, they promote it on Facebook every fucking day, right? So I decided, let me just teach you what the fuck motherfuckers charging. Because the only thing y'all gonna do is come back and say, oh, my shit bounced. Oh, my shit this, that, and the third. So I was just the one bold enough to put it in the class. And I launched it. Boom. The very first day, which I just showed you, I made $150,000 before the end of July. I'm almost at $200,000 right now, but that's besides the point. I put the group together. I put it on TikTok and said, basically, if you want to learn how to finesse, scheme, whatever the case is, join my group for $27.
So, boom. First thing she said wrong. If you want to learn how to scam or scheme, join my group for $27. This got to be stupid. She got to be dumb. This is the person. Y'all, this girl literally said, I kid you not, I can't play the video, but it's on Facebook. Go to her page and pull it up. She literally went on Facebook and put up a video or did a live stream. In a live stream, she's literally saying in the stream, I put together a class for $27. If you want to learn the scam or scheme, you do realize that scamming and scheming is against the law. Scamming is against the law, especially once you get into the class. And she tells you, in this same video, she tells you exactly what she is getting ready to teach you in the class. She was teaching about CPNs. She was teaching about how to cash out a firm. She was talking about how she was going to keep 25% of the earnings. She's teaching you how to scam in the class. Now, the things that she's teaching you will get your ass locked up. You will get in trouble. You'll get in trouble for it, right? So here in this video, the live that she put on her page, she's saying that class that people paid $27 for was teaching people how to scam and scheme. So you're openly on a public platform admitting that you are collecting revenue, you're collecting money to teach people how to break the law. Now, the moment that somebody goes to jail and they'll get a lesser sentence or a lesser time in jail, if they tell the police or they tell the folks who taught them how to do this, where they got this information from, they'll get lesser time. You think that some motherfucker gonna go to jail and tell on your ass. And that's what's gonna happen. You collecting all of this money and telling people that it's for a scam. If anything, you could have said anything other than that. Let me rewind it just for the people that didn't hear. Listen to this girl, y'all. I wasn't even gonna talk about it. No, Amelia, she's not stealing people's food stamps, but what she did was she promoted the $27 class by saying she was going to teach people how to steal food stamps, which is also against the law, a federal crime. But once they actually got in the class, she was teaching them how to scam in other ways. So she called it a bait and switch method. Either way, whether you taught the scam from whatever you taught in the class, even though it wasn't about food stamps, you still teaching people how to scam in another way once they get in the class. And then she want to turn around and say, no, I wasn't teaching people how to scam. You can't say that because we see the live stream where you said out your own mouth that you teaching people how to scam. Hold on for the people that didn't hear it.
I'm almost at 200,000 right now, but that's besides the point. I put the group together. I put it on TikTok and said, basically, if you want to learn how to finesse, scam, scheme, whatever the case is, join my group for $27. Typically, niggas. No, it don't catch up to me. We're going to get to that in a second. Typical niggas who always want to cut corners is the ones spending their money. So the same niggas out here talking about this is the reason y'all shit this and this, that, and the third. The same motherfuckers that's in that group right now asking me, Sherell, what's the plug on getting me a CPN card made type shit? But I'm very upfront. I'm very transparent. I don't got shit to run from because I ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm teaching you the knowledge. What you do with that is on your own. You get what I'm saying? So anyways, let's get past that. So 2 weeks ago,
her ass going to jail. She promoted a class for $27 that said if you want to teach people how to scam and scheme, it's $27. Once she actually got into the class, she was teaching them about how to cash out a firm, how to do shit with CPNs, so on and so forth. Either way, you're still teaching people how to scam, whether or not they learned about food stamps or whatever the case is once they got in there or not.
My sales started to slow down a little bit because I was
Let me see if I can fast forward it.
I made the video in my car just driving. I was like, man, y'all want access to unlimited yamps, man, come to my group. Oh, I'm hungry. I'm telling you, you ain't never got to spend money on groceries. Like, I gave him the whole 9 yards. Ran it straight down to the ground. $7,000 in 3.5 hours. And it was straight, I don't know if it was black people or not, but I'm 100% sure it was nothing but motherfucking niggas that paid me that money. And y'all, yes, it's wrong because you didn't learn what the fuck I promoted, but at the end of the day, you was intrigued, you got in that group, and you learned something completely different. Now, since I've been trending on TikTok, now I'm trending on motherfucking Facebook, motherfuckers want to say, if y'all ever wondered why y'all motherfucking stamps and shit being taken and blah, 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 woo, woo, it's because of Sherell.
let me say this too. Also, mind you, this girl, Ashley Grayson, she was going after this girl on social media because apparently, I'm going to read it to y'all in a minute. Apparently, she was a scammer. So she going after her, blowing her spot up, fucking with her money, to the point where Ashley Grayson ended up putting a bag on her head. But my biggest question is, if you were so big on going after Ashley Grayson, why are you scamming people? And then not only scamming folks, but then coming on here and bragging about it, saying that all of these niggas, all of these black people gave her they hard-earned money to learn some shit that they thought they was gonna learn. They got into the class, learned another way to scam, but not the way that she initially promoted. Either way, it's being deceitful and it's scamming. So you basically openly telling the people that are following you and supporting you that you scamming them or that you have scammed them. Meanwhile, she all over the internet. You type her name in with Ashley Grayson, she was all on that lady ass. But she here may not be doing the credit card, what Ashley Grayson was doing, but she's doing something very similar, promoting something and selling something that she's not really offering.
Announced that the EBT system had been hacked and people's information, they had rolled out that app and told you to go lock your card and shit. That's when they announced that shit right there. That shit was already going on. It wasn't me. But hear me out. Hear me out. If you open the door for me to get more money, because I'm gonna sue the fuck out you. So this is what I advise everybody to do. I want you to go call your local police department.
She always talking about suing some damn body and losing. Girl, go sit your ass down. If anything, motherfuckers need to sue you for taking their damn money and saying that you're gonna give them one thing and giving them another. She sat on this her damn page and said out of her own mouth, mind you, y'all, I'm not putting no words in her mouth. I'm not putting no words in her mouth. These are the words that are coming out of her own mouth. She said she used the bait and switch method, meaning you are scamming people, meaning you're offering one thing, taking people's money, and then once you get their money, you're giving them something different than what you initially promoted. That is not moral. That is not a moral way to do business. Now you out here really, you got Ashley locked up. Now you out here really doing something very similar. You said out your own mouth, you're doing a bait and switch method. That's a scam.
Whatever the fuck you need to call. Make a report and say, I feel like Sherell stole my food stamps. You do that. They're going to make your report. They're going to launch an investigation. Let me show you something. All of my shit ain't going nowhere. That PC ain't going nowhere. And this is how confident I am about this. Because once they launch that investigation that she committed, it's committed no shit. You know what I'm saying? All roads going to lead back to your goof ass.
No, hold on. Let me put that back.
Say that the bitch is a disgrace to the human race because why the fuck is you out here teaching niggas how to do this shit? You know what I'm saying? All roads gonna lead back to your goof ass. Hello? Wake it up. Now, I understand why y'all mad. I need some tissue. I understand.
She dumb because she really on the internet saying that if anybody takes what she taught them and they actually apply it and get caught, that's on them. But she's totally missing the concept that she's a slippery slope. It said on the last thing that I just read, very, very, very little wiggle room, legal wiggle room. So she playing with fire is what she's doing. She's trying to get away with what she's doing by like using like well, I don't want to say that. Yeah, Ashley was scamming too, but Lil Bill definitely wanted her life low-key hating because her scams wasn't taking off. Let's read a little bit about Ashley Grayson real quick. So the title of this, or this is on Atlanta Black Star, it says she was a fraud. Ashley Grayson sentenced to 10 years in prison after being found guilty and failed unaliving for hire plot. Social media reacts. An online course coach who gained popularity online and on social media has been sentenced to a decade behind bars for unaliving for hire scheme. On Thursday, Ashley Grayson was sentenced to 10 years in federal. Now, this is an old article, y'all. It was in 2024. It says here on Thursday, Ashley Grayson was sentenced to 10 years in federal prison and 3 years of supervised release after convicted of one count of interstate commerce facilities in the commission of unaliving for hire. Grayson and her husband Joshua were criminally indicted in July of 2023 for the plot. Federal prosecutors alleged that the Mississippi-based couple contacted a contract unaliver in Tennessee between August and September of 2022 and paid that individual to unalive a person identified in the federal indictment as DH. The individual was not harmed. A jury found Grayson guilty in March. Her husband was cleared of wrongdoing. She'll serve out her sentence at a federal prison in Fort Worth, Texas. Grayson earned widespread popularity after reportedly making $1 million in less than an hour after launching her online business digital course Recipe in 2021, through which she taught people to turn their passions into profitable online courses. What furthered her online stardom was her lavish proposal to Joshua Grayson, which featured a performance from R&B singer Monica on a yacht. The videos and pictures of the event went viral, which earned the couple a massive social media following. The year after their engagement, allegations started circulating that the success Ashley Grayson garnered from her online business was greatly exaggerated, and that the money she made was actually from a workers' compensation settlement after she lost a finger at an old job. One woman accused Grayson of cheating her out of $2,000 after she bought the course. In 2022, Grayson filed a defamation lawsuit against a financial coach named Derica Harwell, alleging that a comment Harwell posted under one of Grayson's Facebook posts was false, defamatory, and injurious. And it shows here the post that she made. So the financial coach Derica said, "Child, I had to get legal and file a whole restraining order on this one. It ain't what you think, I promise. Be careful who you show admiration to, sis. I bet $1 million this ain't it." So she sued her for that comment. Let me tell you, these people on social media are so petty. They get on here, they put their business out. If the reaction to what they are saying and what they're doing on social media is not favorable or not to their liking, they want to drag you to court. These people are weak. Get off social media. I'm so sick of these people. The suit claimed that Harwell's post permanently damaged Grayson's personal reputation online and around the world and made people believe that Grayson stalked and harassed Harwell. The Graysons have not commented publicly on the conviction or sentence. However, there were plenty of reactions online as updates from her case as has been followed closely by online sleuths. They gave Ashley Grayson 10 years. Her first baby is maybe 2, and she has an infant. Okay, so this is just comments that people made. One question if her sentence was too harsh since no one was actually unalive. Joshua Grayson recently opened a franchise location, the B12 store in San Antonio, the shop, which has multiple locations around the country. This is talking about her husband. So it really just gets into why Ashley Grayson is in prison. She's in prison for because she was sentenced to it. Sentence is 10 years, 120 months for conspiracy for unaliving. So that's what she did. So this lady allegedly, well, I ain't gonna say allegedly, this lady was so upset that people were airing her out on social media because of her scams that she actually went as far as to hire someone to unalive another person or to unalive other people. And this is because people were airing her out for her scams. Sherell Hodge was one of those people. So I just find it completely hypocritical that you're literally known for airing out this scammer right here, this black lady right here, in prison for 10 years for scamming people, for promoting services and not offering those services. And she was dragged on social media for doing so. Her business was then affected, according to Ashley Grayson, which caused her to hire someone to commit an unaliving. My thing is, if you're so against scamming, if you're so against these things, why teach people how to do it? Sherell is openly saying that if you get in trouble for doing what I'm teaching you how to do, that's on you, not me. That is saying without saying that you know that what you're teaching people could potentially lead them to go to prison. Am I right or am I wrong?
Why y'all mad? What up, Tony? Y'all mad because I was able to go and get this money by teaching people the shit that y'all feel like motherfuckers should learn. And if you feel that way, then that's A-okay. I can't tell you how to feel or whatever the case is. But at the end of the day, I'm going to make my money how I make my money. And little do y'all know, y'all worried about this $27 group. I'm going to roll out another motherfucking group. That shit's going to be $97 motherfucking dollars. Because at the end of the day, like I keep telling y'all, I make the money that I make because I'm willing to give people the knowledge that they can't get on Google and find, that they too embarrassed to ask somebody to do. They sitting there drowning in their motherfucking bills. They trying to figure out how to cut corners. I'm going to show you how to do it. But if you go and do it, that's on you. Whatever those repercussions are, that's on you. Girl, people been stealing steps off card. It tell you where it was spent. Mine was spent in New York and I'm in Georgia. Reported and they were, that's what I'm saying. People so slow. I live here in Dallas, Texas. Literally, Louisville, Walmart, 801 West Main Street, Winco, which you gotta have the physical card at Winco. You can't type that shit in. If I showed you my motherfucking Walmart thing right now, all my shit has been paid for with a well, except that lady who did give me some stamps. I ain't gonna lie, she did give me about $800 worth of stamps, but I gave her because she needs to pay her rent. I didn't give her some money, but that was her point. My shit is paid with my motherfucking debit card, bro. The same money that I get from y'all because y'all want to learn how to do the shit y'all talking about I'm out here doing. I don't gotta steal your stamps. Y'all just gave me $55,000 in less than a month. You know what I'm saying? So what the fuck? Come on. It's me and my oldest daughter and my youngest baby in my house full of food from 3 months ago. And I'm talking about dry goods, canned goods, chips, noodles, motherfucking seaweed, pistachios, all types of shit. Come on, bro. Then we eating out all the time at Hot Pot. They don't get food stamps. Y'all, I think y'all just upset because I figured out basically how to finagle. And that's okay. People do it every day. Motherfuckers will sit here and sell you some shit. Like list of free vendors. You can get Louis Vuitton bags, Chanel's, whatever. There's another person on the internet selling that same list for $14. But you'll go spend dollars and then you'll spend a block and be what? Damn, she got it for free. People gonna turn whatever they can into a hustle. I'm sorry, it's 2025. It's 2025. If I'm gonna teach you all of my criminal ways from back in the day, I'm gonna teach it to you. Now, if you gonna do it, the crime is on you. That's what brings me to my.
Let's stop there right here, Sherell. Let's stop there right there, Sherell. Now, Sherell, you got to be careful with what you say on a public platform. You got to be careful what you say on a public platform. An attorney will have a field day with this video. You just said that you're teaching people your criminal ways. And if they get in trouble, it's on them, not you. That's false. That goes back into aiding and abetting. You're openly admitting that you are teaching people criminal behavior. You're teaching people how to commit crimes on social media, and you're charging people for it. You're creating whole classes on how to create, on how to teach people crime and criminal activity. That, Sherell, is against the law. Okay, you're not going to go to prison for teaching people how to steal food stamps because you didn't actually do that. But what you did do is get on a public and said that you are teaching people your criminal ways from back in the day. You're openly admitting that the $27 class that you're offering is teaching people how to commit crimes. That is against the law. Genius. That's against the law.
2025. It's 2025. If I'm going to teach you all of my criminal ways from back in the day, I'm going to teach it to you. Now, if you're going to do it, the crime is on you.
You heard that, right? If I'm going to... Hold on one second, Charles. She just said, I'm teaching you, if I'm teaching you my criminal ways from back in the day and y'all end up using it, that's on you, not me. Not true, boo-boo. Not true. Hold on. Let's Let me pull something up. Hold on. Y'all heard her say that, right? So when she tries to say that she's not teaching people criminal activity, just refer back to her live stream that she posted on Facebook publicly, where she says that she's teaching people how to scam and commit crimes. Just go to her page. We're not gonna play semantics on what she could have meant, what you said is that you're teaching people your criminal ways from back in the day. Now, hold on. I'm gonna read this to y'all one more time. Okay, what you're doing is called aiding and abetting. Okay, it is a legal doctrine related to the guilt of someone who aids or abets, encourages or incites another person of a crime or another. It exists in a number of different countries, and to pronounce someone guilty for aiding and abetting in a crime, even if he or she is not the principal offender. You just said on your social media platform that you're teaching people your criminal behaviors and how to commit crime from back in the day. You just said that. That would be considered aiding and abetting. Now, if somebody really want to report this, I'm sure they could. I would say that it's against the social media guidelines, but I wouldn't even this is way beyond social media guidelines. You breaking the law openly. I wouldn't even care, to be honest with you, because I wouldn't spend a single red cent with her. I wouldn't spend a single red cent with her, especially if she's talking about CPNs. Because a CPN is not, I'm going to say this, creating a CPN is not illegal. But the part that's the scam, these people create these classes, or maybe even sometimes companies create these classes regarding CPNs, and they market the CPN as like a replacement social security number, and it promotes the idea that the CPN is legitimate. Okay, so let me see something. And it also makes them money, because people are instead of people putting in the time to get their credit right and build their own credit, they do CPN. And a lot of people do. I'm not saying this is what she does, but what a lot of people do is they use a different address, or they put different information down, or a different, to try to get the CPN. So they don't put their information down to get the CPN. Let me see something, y'all. Okay. Let me finish playing this. But like I said, I'm not saying that's what she did, but what I am saying is that she's openly saying here that she's teaching people criminal behavior. This is what she said. Her words, not mine. Her words, not mine. I love saying that, because people on social media get so mad when you repeat back to them what they put on social media. You said it.
That's what brings me to my next topic. I can't go down for teaching you how to get away with murder. You get what I'm saying? If I teach you right now, you're going to go off the body, you're going to go get some acid, you're going to go get an aluminum tub.
She's a fucking idiot. You can actually go, if I right now, let me tell you, right now, if I go on Facebook or Patreon and I start saying I'm selling subscriptions, I'm offering subscriptions, or I'm offering classes where I can teach you how to get away with unaliving somebody, all you have to do is pay me $57 to get into the class, and to continue learning the course, you got to pay $40 a month. That is against the law. Not only is it if it depends on how you market it. If I were to say, well, I'm going to come and I'm going to give you a class on how people typically get away with unaliving folks, like what they do, how they get away with it, and how they're caught. No, I won't go to jail for that. I won't go to prison for that. But if I openly say I got a course teaching you how to get away with unaliving somebody, I'm going to prison because I'm openly saying that I am teaching you how to commit a crime. It's all about the wording and how you say it. Sherelle just sat on her platform and just said she's teaching people how to break the law. Then she's giving horrible examples. If I teach you how to get away with the unaliving, I'm not going to go to jail because I taught you. If I say go get some acid and do this and put the body here, yes, you will. Yes, you will. You will go to prison for teaching somebody that. Yes, you will. Especially if you're selling classes on it.
You're going to dice it up or just fold that motherfucker up, fill it with some acid, let that motherfucker disintegrate until his motherfucking bones, grind that shit up and go sprinkle it in the motherfucking ocean. If I tell you how to do that, I'm not telling you to go fucking do it.
If you're telling somebody how to do it, offering classes on how to do it, from it, you know that what you're teaching somebody, you know that what you're teaching them could potentially be harmful. You know that what you're teaching them could potentially obtain victims. You know that it could hurt people, and you're still teaching people this, showing them how to do it, what steps to take, and then they go out and do it. Yes, you will get in trouble for it. Yes, you will. Absolutely. But the fact that she's telling people this, that she wouldn't get in trouble. Oh, this is literally what she just said. If I said I got a book or I got classes on how to get away with unaliving somebody, and and I tell you that this is what you do. You get it, then you put the body in the acid, then you grind them up, and then you add it like this. I'm not going to go to jail for that. Yes, you will. You're teaching somebody how to get away with unaliving somebody. But if you were to film a documentary and name the documentary How to Get Away with Unaliving Somebody, no, you wouldn't go to jail for that because it's for educational purposes. It's a documentary. It's for the purposes of art, of teaching someone what people do when they get away with it. It's not saying, hey, I know how it is. And the fact that she thinks that it's legal to get online and say, I'm teaching you how to scam. I'm teaching you all my criminal ways in this class for $27. And she thinks that that's not against the law is mind blowing. It's mind blowing.
Huh? There's books out here. There's videos on YouTube. There's like literally anything you want to know is on the internet. But the person giving you that knowledge can't get in trouble for giving it to you. But if you take that knowledge and go commit the crime, now they can prosecute you for the crime. There's no crime in giving information. I think that's what y'all failing to realize. But it's cool. I like treatment. And just because this whole little rendezvous, you see how many people in the comment section talking about shit, let me in the group. Let me in the group. Shit, teach me. Marketing. Was it the wrong type of marketing? Maybe,
Okay. She knows it was the wrong type of marketing. What's going on, Royal D? Welcome. Jeffrey said conspiracy, Mrs. Hodge. That's what it is. More than conspiracy is aiding and abetting. Let somebody leave out of one of those courses and apply what they're being taught in doing it. She's going to think she's not, but she's also just as guilty for giving the information out. What make it even worse is that she's.
Hey. Yes, it was the wrong type of marketing, Sherell. Don't tell nobody you out here teaching them how to do stuff. At the end of the day, I still make $7,000 off that one video alone. And I'm not even talking about TikTok. I'm talking about the fact that you had to click my link and get into my group to realize everything is going on in there but motherfucking food stamps. And then, to the little bitty people that got in there yesterday, because y'all thought y'all was slick. Y'all thought y'all was slick as a motherfucker. Motherfucker bought it. I'm talking about boom, 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 back to back. I'm talking about 27. $4 is going to make $128. Okay? Cool. So y'all know how to do the math. People coming in. And this is how I know that they coming in because they trying to get some information that's not there. They coming in and off real. Y'all, what the shit for the food stamps at? Bro, now you done wasted your $27 to get in here so you can get some tea and go where with it? Huh? And go where with it? Hey, you're not gonna learn nothing about food stamps in here. If you don't know how to fill out an application and get approved for food stamps, then by golly, you're not gonna learn it in here. You done went through a 2-step verification where you authorized, you can't file a dispute. So you just gave me $27 because you're trying to get in here and see if you can get some tea so you can go viral on the internet and it ain't there. Wait that up. But at the end of the day, I win. You lose. It's the game. It's the name of the game. It is. I'm so sorry.
It's funny to me is that she's actually foolish enough to really be live and laughing in these people's faces. She laughing in these people's face. Now, mind you, they dumb anyway for buying a membership to try or buying a class to try to commit food stamp fraud, because that's what it is. They dumb anyway for doing that. But then once they get in the class and see that that's not what it's about, then she's teaching them other ways to scam. From what I see, she's teaching them other shit. She said it herself. Her words, not mine. She said herself she's teaching her criminal ways from back in the day. She said it out of her own mouth. Okay, let me make that clear. So she's teaching them something else under the premise, or they bought the class under the premise that they will be learning something different. So the people that bought that shit, they should never give her another dime. Because not only that, but she on here laughing about it. And then when she first went live, she said, all these niggas just sending me their money. Just all of these niggas. And y'all crazy as hell. I wouldn't send her another red cent. You better go hit up Pookie and one of them from around the corner and learn how to do that stuff. You sending this girl all of your money, and then whether it be for a bad reason or not, you sending her your money and she's on here laughing at you. Laughing at you.
Yes,
and not to mention, this is the same chick, and I'm gonna have to keep saying it. She's the same chick that went really viral for telling her story about between her and Ashley Grayson. Ashley Grayson wanted to knock her off because she was going around social media or going around the internet telling folks that Ashley Grayson was a scammer. So Ashley put a bag on her head. But that's beside the point. That was wrong for what Ashley did. But at the same time, you put all of your time and energy into spreading the word about regarding one scammer, and you scamming. You can't even say that you're not a scammer, because she said just right here that she promoted something, people bought it, and she gave them something different. That's a scam in itself. That's a scam in itself. And then she on her Facebook, she bold as hell, because then she on her Facebook admitting that she scammed these people. Admitting it.
Forgive me for baiting and switching you. I'm sorry.
Look, forgive me for baiting and switching you. I'm sorry. So forgive me for scamming you. I'm so sorry. Y'all got to be crazy for keep on following this girl. Got to be crazy.
In the group, you learn literally everything, bro. Like all the people that
somebody said, is this the same? D-Mail said, is this the same Ashley G from Saga? Ashley Grayson? No, it's not. That's another Ashley G. This is somebody else.
$7. Man, there's so many people in there that want to learn how to do taxes. Now I got a whole new tax team. Y'all know I'm working on the Whitney and shit. Like, when I say package whatever knowledge you have, put that shit in a motherfucking ebook, a class, a group, or whatever the case is, put a price tag on it, people are going to buy. Y'all upset at me, and that's why a lot of people's upset at Ashley. Not saying Ashley was right, because her ass selling y'all $2,500 shit for some bullshit. That was fucked up. But at the end of the day, the bitch was a great marketing person.
Hold on.
Marketing person. Great. The bitch was a great marketing person.
Why do we keep doing that? 38.54. So she just said what Ashley Grayson did was wrong, but She said Ashley Grayson was a great marketing person. So she admires Ashley Grayson's marketing. I wouldn't even call it marketing. That's just like a nice word for what she was doing. Ashley, it was a scam. Okay, so anytime you offer somebody one thing, but you offer them something, they pay for it, and that's a scam. Pure point blank. That's not marketing. That's a scam. It's not marketing. So we're not going to use the word to replace scammer. Okay. So she's actually giving the girl that she helped get locked up a compliment. She said she's actually a great marketing.
Learning some shit your 12-year-old daughter could have gave you. Huh? So that's all you gotta do. Put some knowledge together. Be willing to spend a little time teaching some people and shit, and then make your money and go on about your business. Now my group is running. It's other people that know how to do it, and not to like toot my own horn and shit. But I don't even gotta go in that motherfucker. If I log in right now, we probably got like 2,200 messages that ain't been read. But I promise, if you want to get in and see for yourself, come on. If you want to get in and see for yourself, come spend that 27. Get in, and I'm just gonna collect the coins.
Do y'all hear this?
Can I get the vendor list, Sherell? It's on my page. It's on this page, actually.
Then, hold on. Let me highlight. Hold on. Then say that they can't get a refund. Then she said that they couldn't refund. I can't highlight it for some reason. Not letting me. Hold on. She said they had to go through a two-step process, authorization process, to actually get into the class and get their card charged, and she's not refunding. She's openly admitting that she used the bait and switch method. She said that upon creating the class, she promoted as stealing food stamps once she created the class, and she even, check it out, y'all. She promoted the class by saying, I'm going to teach you how to steal food stamps. That caused people to want to spend the $27, right? So what she's doing is she's playing off of people's hard times. If somebody is willing to learn how to steal food stamps, first of all, you can do jail time for doing that anyway. So if I'm willing to pay $27 to learn how to do that, you already knowing that that's the type of person that's on hard times anyway. They struggling anyway. The $27 that they gave you, they probably could have used that for a loaf of bread, some sandwich meat, and some sugar and flour. But they gave it to you to try to learn how to steal food stamps so that they don't have to struggle with food. The climate that we in, the economy that we in, people are struggling. And for you to, and then she says, and look who bought it, a bunch of niggas. So for you to sit on social media as a Black woman and to openly say that you're scamming people by offering, say under the pretense, I'm gonna teach you how to sell food stamps, you playing on people because you know folks out here is hungry, literally, especially the financial climate that we're in. We're really, eggs is $10 a carton. I mean, it's fucked up out here for everybody, for a lot of people. So you plan on that. You plan on people struggling, charging them $27 to teach them something they didn't ask you to learn. So you're a scammer. You're a scammer. And you said it on your live that you're teaching people how to do things so that, you're teaching people your criminal ways. She said that out of her own mouth, y'all. So that she said it out of her own mouth, that she's teaching people her past criminal behaviors and criminal ways. She said it out of her own fucking mouth. Her words, not mine. Her words, not mine. But then what makes it so worse is you may not be teaching them how to scam food stamps, but you're selling something under the pretense that you are going to teach them how to sell food stamps. So like I said, anybody almost $30 to learn how to steal food stamps, they must really learn that skill. They must be out here hurting. And it's trying to help the community. Instead of something beneficial, you're lying to people to take their money and try to make it sound cute by saying, but I still taught you something. That's not what they paid you for. But that's not what they paid you for. So then that would make you a scammer. And, you know, bait and switch, that's just a cute way of saying that you scam them folk.
When I tell you I got the internet in shambles, bro, like,
hey Pimo.
And my pastor said, Sherell, you don't have to address everything. I know, I'm still, pastor, if you watching, I'm doing it, I'm learning, I'm trying, it's just so hard. I know it's not gonna be an easy.
You talking about her pastor told her not to address it. Did your pastor tell you to stop being a scammer?
Task. But it came to Facebook. I wasn't gonna address it no more.
She sure will, Amelia. She sure will, Amelia. But you know what? The crazy part about it, I'm so intrigued by this to go live on it because I've never actually heard, like, this is what really blew my mind. I've never actually heard somebody get on a platform and openly admit to scamming they supporters. Like, I've never heard. She literally got on her platform and told the whole world that, yeah, she offered this, but then she provided this. That's a scam. And then laughed about it and said all the niggas bought it. I mean, you can't make this up. She said this.
But yeah, that's all you gotta do, bro. I'm sorry. I do apologize for lying and saying I was gonna teach you how to get some food stamps. I can't teach you that. Shit, they cut my food stamps off that I was getting because I make too much money. And then it wasn't even because of that. It's because I owe the IRS $42,000. Like, so how the fuck you owe them $42,000 but you get food stamps from us? You making money somewhere, and then they cut my motherfucking water. I can't tell you no, but just to go to yourtexasbenefits.com and apply. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. Jesus, crucify me. But at the end of the day got a motherfucking end. And y'all gonna see the kid launch a new group. And the same niggas that's out here mad gonna be the same ones in the group. Oh, I'm just drinking cranberry juice.
She needs to go get a fucking job.
I actually gotta run through a link. I need to be able to formulate the taxes, pay my money right, because the IRS is just, I can't do it. Pastor.
Yeah, Carmen Collective, no, she thinks she bigger than the damn program. And the funny part of that, hold on, let me go back to this one part.
Now, I understand why y'all mad.
Hold on.
I understand why y'all mad. What up, Tony? Y'all mad because I was able to go and get this money by teaching people the shit that y'all feel like motherfuckers shouldn't learn. And if you feel that way, then that's A-okay. I can't tell you how to feel or whatever the case is. But at the end of the day, I'm going to make my money how I make my money. And little do y'all know, y'all worried about this $27 group. I'm about to roll out another motherfucking group. That shit's going to be $96 motherfucking dollars. Because at the end of the day, like I keep telling y'all, I make the money that I make because I'm willing to give people the knowledge that they can't get on Google and find, that they too embarrassed to ask somebody to do. They sitting there drowning in their motherfucking bills. They trying to figure out how to cut corners. I'm going to show you how to do it. But if you go and do it, that's on you. Whatever those repercussions are, that's on you. Good people been stealing stamps off cards.
She also is saying that she acknowledges the fact that the classes that she's offering come with repercussions. All somebody got to do is, if I really, really wanted to, I could just pull that video up on the screen and break down everything that she just said. Now, if somebody decide to report this and she end up in a court of law over this shit, and the attorney find that live that she did and they play it, and she tries to say that she is not over something in a minute. Hold on. She says that she is not knowledgeable that what she's teaching people is encouraging them to go and break the law. All they have to do is say, now just play all they have to do is play this live stream and say, but hey, you said right here, if you go out there and you face the repercussion to what I taught you, that's on me. That is her admitting to have knowledge that what she is teaching people will come with repercussions if they are caught doing it. So that is you admitting that you know that what you're teaching them is not legal. That's you admitting that what you're teaching them could potentially land them in jail. So you in here screaming, I can't go to jail because I didn't do it. I just taught you. That's you admitting it by just saying that. Duh. So I want to go over something real quick because I think she sounds crazy. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Now I'm gonna be looking at my comments. If y'all, put in the comments. But this is definitely, hold on. I was trying to read something. I'm gonna highlight this because this right is of what I'm talking about. What is now? Oh, can y'all still hear me? It's oh shoot. Can y'all still hear me? Can y'all still hear me? Okay, y'all can. I don't know what's going on. Hold on one second. Let me see. I think I'm breaking up. Let me see if I can pull this down. Okay. Yeah, it's just my internet acting up. But I want to highlight something for y'all because this is the premise of the live. So now we all just heard how do I make this bigger? Sherell just saying that she's teaching people her criminal ways. Now she said this out of her own mouth, okay? Because she loved to get mad when people talk about what she said. You said it. Okay, so this is what I really want to show y'all. Can you go to jail for teaching people to break the law? Yes, it's called aiding and abetting. If you provide assistance, encouragement, or support someone in the intention of facilitating the commission of a crime, you could be charged as an accomplice according to the Russ firm. Okay? Now, we'll pull this down. I'm not going to argue about this. This is what it is. She openly is admitting that she's teaching people how to scam. She said on that same live stream that she's teaching people her criminal ways. If people want to actually apply it and go to jail, it's on them, not her. She said this out of her own mouth. I'm not making nothing up on that good. She said it her damn self. Now I want to see what y'all's opinions are about this. That she's openly admitting to scamming folks. Not only that, but she calling it a bait and switch method. But what's crazy is that she's admitting that a majority of the black community, because what she said was a bunch of niggas paid for the class thinking they was going to get one thing, got another. So you are openly laughing and bragging on scamming a bunch of black folk that probably are already struggling, probably couldn't even afford the $27, but they thought it was an investment. So that's my opinion. I probably won't cover this again. I'll talk about it more when she go to jail. Yeah, when she go to jail behind me, then I'll come back and talk about it. But other than that, I don't really, it is what it is. She said the shit out of her own mouth, but that's my opinion. So shout out to to Amber for talking about this. This is where I got the topic from. She talked about it yesterday, and I just looked up a little bit more information, and I just got curious, and I looked on her page and I saw her response, and I just kind of wanted to speak on that. I see that 2K is going live later. He's gonna talk about a little bit amongst other things. So Sabi, you laughing at me? So yeah, I'm about to end this live. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and also make sure you hit the notification bell and select all so that you can be notified of the next time that I live stream or the next time that I post content. Thank you for the super sticker. I forgot who purchased that super sticker, but thank you for the super sticker. I believe it was Calm and Collective. That's what I want to say. I believe it was Calm and Collective. So thank you for that super sticker, and also contribute monetarily. Thank you for engaging with me and engaging in the chat. All right, y'all. I see y'all in these YouTube streets. Peace.